The following program contains names, places, and events that have been anonymized or fictionalized for the purposes of protection and safety. The following program is provided for entertainment purposes only, and any commentary from the hosts are strictly conjecture and should not be held as making any definitive statements about the truth or identity of any particular individuals or circumstances. If you or a loved one are involved in an abusive relationship, please call the National Domestic Violence Hotline at 1-800-799-7233 for support.
Hi, happy Dating Detectives Monday.
Hello. Hi, Mackenzie. Welcome back.
It's a national holiday. Thank you so much. Thank you guys for being patient with me. I had so much going on with CrimeCon, and then I had a Nashville event, and it's been a crazy couple of weeks. So thank you for being patient.
Tell people last week we had an episode. Yes, Molly subbed in and it was amazing. Some of you recognize that at the very beginning, Molly's microphone was subpar, and she wants us to tell you that she messed up the settings for her microphone only at the beginning of the episode, only in the introduction. So the rest of the episode is totally fine. Some of you were like, I cannot listen to this. And Molly says she's very sorry. She has a mic, and it was great the rest of the time. So just, skip 5 minutes and just get into the story. It's worth it. It was really great to talk. I loved that story was great.
I noticed that, and I was like, oh, her settings must be off. And then it
was fine.
I really appreciate that our listeners recognize that, and they're so helpful and hey, I just wanted to let you know your audio. So thank you so much for recognizing that. But please, if you didn't listen to the episode because
it's
of that,
still worth
go
it.
listen. It's fine.
She was like, people were like, do we need to buy you a mic? We're like, no, we're sorry. But yeah, we're
only human. What do you want from us? I love so much that everybody was just so kind about it. So thank you.
We have another guest this week. Her name is Dominique.
I love that name so much.
I know. I keep saying Dominique the Coco, if you know that movie, and you get it.
I really think that you guys are going to love her. She's a great storyteller, and she has a very interesting story to tell. And I just, the whole time, related to her. So I'm curious to know how many of you relate to some of the things that she says also.
Definitely some abuse, some religious stuff.
Mental health.
Yeah. So this case, definitely the dogfish, his name's Patrick. I don't think she says it until halfway through. So Patrick is the dogfish. He definitely lived with mental illness and was also abusive. And I think it's just very important that we separate those two things. Mm-hmm. Mental illness or having a psychotic break does not equal abuse. But in this relationship, his mental health definitely complicated her ability to leave, and it created some real harm.
Yeah, and we also want to acknowledge that we are not mental health professionals. We can only listen to our guests tell their story, and we have no mental health background whatsoever. So we try to be really sensitive and
ups and downs. On our own.
We just want to acknowledge that we only do what we can and hear what we can, and we just want to, just kind of be really sensitive about the topic also. So
we're making space for the nuance without excusing what happened.
Exactly. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Yeah.
And I hope everybody, I think we've had this come up before, and it's mental illness does not equal abuse. And that is a huge thing to separate.
Yes.
But this was a tough situation.
Before we get into the story, I just want to thank all of our listeners, first of all, and all of our Patreoners. So many of you have signed up for the $9 a month tier. So we had the $5 a month tier, which is 2 bonus episodes a month, and then the book club and the forum. And now the $9 a month tier includes the ad-free listening. So thank you so much for supporting our podcast just by listening and for being a Patreoner. We really appreciate you, sleuthies.
Yeah.
And for sending us your stories, which you can always send us your stories at investigate@thedatingdetectivepodcast.com. Mm-hmm. So thank you so much. And I'd really like to get into it. Do you guys, Hannah, you ready to meet Dominique and tell her story?
So ready.
Okay, let's do it.
Hi, Dominique.
Hi.
Dominique, we are so glad you're here. We are ready for you to have the floor. So will you please take us away on your journey and share your story with us?
Yes. So I guess we'll start with, hi, my name is Dominique.
Hey, girl.
And my story is usually, it's a little different than what you guys cover because it doesn't necessarily have like a cheating aspect to it, but it's,
Not all dogfish are cheaters.
you're not wrong. So I guess I'll just give you like a little background story and tell you how I grew up a little bit. So I grew up not in the healthiest family dynamics, a lot of trauma, a lot of abuse, like physical and, sexual. So
I'm so sorry.
like I have that from when I was a kid. So when I met my first husband, I was already kind of broken. So when I met him, I was not down a very good path in my life. And he kind of helped me out of that. So I felt like I owed him my life because I felt like if I hadn't met my first husband, then I probably would have ended up dead the way that I was going.
Oh, wow.
So that
That's
kind
a
of
lot
leads
to
into,
carry.
yes. But, we go on. So when he got me on a better path, when the abuse started, I was so impressionable because I was 17 years old when I met my first husband.
Oh, wow.
Okay. I met him when I was 17 years old. I got pregnant with my son at 18. So I got pregnant real quick. So I felt like the way that he steered me away from the life I felt like I owed him something. Right. So when he started talking down to me and pushing me, it was kind of like, all right, maybe this is not okay. But at the same time, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for him. So the name calling and the pushing eventually turns into the cheating and the physical. And it was very, very, very toxic. So, of course, when the abuse started, I was already in love with him. We already have a kid. So I ended up marrying him and the abuse just got worse. And it was so bad that he actively refused to divorce me for 5 years. It was
Oh my God,
ridiculous.
5
We were
years?
separated. He just refused to divorce me. So I'm just trying to give you a nice little picture of my first husband because that was traumatic in itself, a whole story in itself. But I was with him when I was 17 and I left him when I was like 26. So when I left him, I was like, I'm free. So I just want to date and I just want to do what I want to do. So I did that for a couple years. And then I met my ex-boyfriend, who is also kind of like not a main person, but he's kind of key to this story because I was with him for 7 years and he got me the job to where I'm working now. I got with him when I was like 28 years old. Me and him have been separated for 2 years now. So me and him were together for 7 years. And he wasn't a good boyfriend, but he's a better friend. Me and him are still friends to this day. And I love him, but I'm not in love with him. Like he's a person that I want to keep close. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he's not good in a relationship because he is no.
That's very mature of both of you to get there.
Yeah, no. So very important. He's been working where we work for 15 years and I have been there for 6.5 years. So being there so long, it's a warehouse. So kind of like everybody knows everybody. I have a bubbly personality. I'm like a people person, but I don't like people. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So everybody knows me at work because I do everything at work. Like I train the new hires, I fill in for supervisors, I work every shift. It's like I know all the ins and outs of that place. So everybody knows me, right? So after me and my ex broke up.
The friend, the one, not the husband, the friend. Yeah. Okay.
Yep. So after we break up, of course, that's like the talk of the dock. Like, oh my God, they finally broke up. So after we're broken up for a while, one of our coworkers approaches me and asks me if I'm single. Now, this man is married, and I'm looking at him like, I know you're not asking me because you're
Don't
married.
Try us. Yeah.
Get away from me. Don't play me. So, like, he seemed like the hesitation on my face, and he was like, it's not for me. I was like, well, I would hope not. So he says that he heard that me and my ex aren't together no more, and somebody had asked him about it and wanted to know if it was true, like if I was single. And I was like, yeah, I was single. So when I told him yes. I guess he went back and told this person, but he did not tell me who was asking. So I just go about my day. And at this time, I'm working third shift. So it's like 6 in the morning. I'm getting ready to leave. So I go and I check in with the supervisor. And I'm just sitting there and I'm just talking with him, making small talk because I'm trying to stall time to clock out. Yeah, an extra 10 minutes.
Been there,
So,
done
and
that.
then so I look over and I see two guys and they're picking up little boxes. And I'm like, more time. So I go help them. And these are two guys that I normally really don't talk to a lot. Like I know them, but I don't really talk to them very much. And it's an older gentleman, probably like in his 50s or 60s. And then there is a guy around my age in there. And we're just in there talking and he's making small talk. And I'm thinking to myself, like, this is the most you've ever conversated with me. Is it you?
Was he cute? Were you into it?
He was very cute. So
They always are.
they always are. So like he's making a little small talk with me and we get done picking everything up and I drive away and I'm going to go leave for the day. And as I'm leaving to go clock out, I see him where I parked because we drive forklifts. So where I parked my forklift, he was maybe like a few forklifts down. And I see him out the corner of my eye and I was like, this is not your exit time. Are you following me?
Mhm.
So he was indeed following me. And then he said, excuse me, Miss Dominique. And I was like, yes.
Yes, sir.
He
How
was
may I
like,
help you?
he was like, may I speak to you? And I was like,
Aw.
It's like, hello, my lady. May I please speak to thee?
I felt so fancy. I was like, nobody has ever approached me like this. You know, typically
That's
men
so
are like,
nice.
yo, mommy, like, hey,
Yeah.
shorty, like,
Hey, girl.
yeah, you don't turn for those men. No, you turn for the, excuse me, miss. Oh,
Yeah.
yes. So he's pretty much just standing there telling me how over the years of working there, like we've locked eyes and he feels a connection and he just thinks I'm so beautiful. And I'm like a perfect mix of Rihanna and Pocahontas. He was coming in strong.
Wow.
He was coming in strong. So he said, I'm going to call you Riri. So that's what he called me. He called me Riri and he asked for my phone number. And of course I said yes. I was like, you are making me like, I'm sweating over here. Yes, you can have my phone number. Text me as soon as I walk away from you. But as I'm giving him my phone number and he's putting it into his phone, he's visibly shaking. Like the phone is shaking. He is
Like
shaking.
he's nervous.
He is so nervous. And
Oh my
I find that absolutely adorable because, like I said, I go for the toxic men. So I've never experienced that before. So it was definitely something like I'm 36 years old at this time. I've never had anybody approach me like that ever in my life.
It's sadly rare.
It sadly is rare. So I was like, I am going to take this and run with it. So the next night I come to work and I kind of ask around about him because I don't really know him, but everybody has such good things to say about this man. Such good things. Like nobody has ever had a problem with him. It's just, he's the quiet one on the dock. Okay. So he's definitely very quiet. He's definitely very reserved and he definitely didn't talk to a lot of people. So when he gets home, he texts me and we start texting. This happens on like a Wednesday or something. And we're texting for a few days and we eventually say we kind of want to hang out, but don't set like a date. And like realistically, that Saturday, I already had a date and I wasn't going to cancel my plans.
Yeah, that's okay.
So I was like, how about Sunday? So we settled for Sunday. We settled for Sunday at like 6:00. And Sunday morning, he texted me, good morning, beautiful.
I am a sucker for a good morning, beautiful.
I am a sucker for it. Call
Yes.
me chocolate on a hot summer day. Okay. I'm melting.
It didn't feel too soon.
It didn't because he wasn't a stranger.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I didn't know him, but I've worked there for 6.5 years. He's worked there for 8 years. So he's not a stranger.
Yeah.
Right. And all these people had such good things to say about him. So
And he was very clear, I'm interested in you and would love to connect
very,
with you.
very
So
clear.
it's not,
No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
So
cute. He's cute, damn it.
It was so stinking cute.
Delete Me makes it easy, quick, and safe to remove your personal data online at a time when surveillance and data breaches are common enough to make everyone vulnerable. You guys, listen. As a private investigator for 20 years, I know how easy it is to get information on anyone on the good old www. I'm talking your address, phone number, family members' names. They're hanging out on the internet all willy-nilly, and that can have actual consequences in the real world. And it can make you really vulnerable. Delete Me is a subscription service that helps find information that you don't want online and eliminates it for you. And they send you curated privacy reports in your email and keep you up to date with what they found and where they found it, which is kind of really great information to know. You can protect your personal privacy or the privacy of your business from doxing attacks before sensitive information can be exploited. Not to mention data brokers get a hold of your information, and it's too easy to get. If you've ever been the victim of identity theft or harassment, Delete Me can help. Take control of your data, keep your private life private by signing up for Delete Me. Now at a special discount for our listeners. Get 20% off your Delete Me plan when you go to joindeleteme.com/datingdetectives and use promo code datingdetectives at checkout. The only way to get 20% off is to go to joindeleteme.com/datingdetectives and enter code datingdetectives at checkout. That's joindeleteme.com/datingdetectives, code datingdetectives. Do you guys ever wake up sweaty, freezing, or just uncomfortable? Because that's me. And the temperature in your bedroom can make or break your sleep. And sometimes I just can't find a happy medium. But that's why I switched to Miracle Made sheets. They're inspired by NASA technology, and they use silver-infused temperature regulating fabrics so that you can sleep perfectly all night long. So I happen to be a cold sleeper. I'm actually always cold, but my husband is kind of a hot sleeper. And so I really like how these help both of us maintain a regulated temperature. Not only that, but thanks to the antibacterial silver technology, the Miracle Made sheets stay cleaner and fresher up to 3 times longer than regular sheets. And hello, I am a beauty influencer also, and I'm all about keeping our skin clean. So this is a great selling point for me. And they're luxuriously comfortable without the luxury price. There's a ton of colors to choose from. Upgrade your sleep or give the gift of better rest. Go to trymiracle.com/TDD to try Miracle Made sheets today. You'll save over 40%. And when you use promo code TDD, you'll get an extra 20% off plus a free 3-piece towel set. They make an amazing gift, and with a 30-day money-back guarantee, there's no risk. That's trymiracle.com/TDD, code TDD at checkout. Thanks to Miracle Made for sponsoring this episode.
So he texted me that Sunday morning and he asked me if I minded if we moved it up a couple hours. And I'm taking it like, ooh. And I was just like, yes, I'll see you at 2. So we moved it up from like 6 to 2 o'clock, and I'm going to his house. Again, this is not a stranger. Like I've been listening to you guys for a long time. You don't go to a man's house. Okay. And I love true crime. Okay. I'm not trying to end up on a document. You don't go to the house.
Do not end up on Dateline.
No.
But I told myself, he's not a stranger. He's not a psycho.
And he was nervous. So like he
And he
can't
was
be a bad guy.
He's not going to murder me if he's nervous, right? Like the murderers
exactly.
are cool, calm, and collected. Okay.
Yeah,
they're not shaking in their boots when you give them your number. So we go to this date, and I go to his house. And when I get to the house, of course, you know, it's awkward at first. Any first date, no matter whether you know them or not, it's awkward. So we decide that instead of sitting there in like the awkwardness, we would go to lunch. So we went to a hibachi place where you like build your own bowl. So
I
we go.
I love that. That's my favorite.
I love that. We went there, and it's always so much easier to talk over food. And we both love food. Like, I am Hispanic and I love food. Okay. Food is my love language. So we're easing more into like, tell me more about you. And I tell him I have 2 kids, but you know, like I said, I met my first husband when I was 17. So my son is about to be 19 on Monday. and my daughter will be 16 on December. So I don't have little kids. I have almost adults. So, I'm like, positive dating me, no small kids. And he doesn't have no kids.
Yeah. What's his,
Okay,
what did he,
finding a 36-year-old man with no kids is rare nowadays.
Yeah, that makes
These
sense.
men have.
what was his background? Like, what did you learn about him?
So I learned that he was a previous Jehovah's Witness. And in the religion, he actually climbed the ladder pretty quickly because he wasn't born a Jehovah's Witness. He was what you call like an outsider, and he joined it when he was 19. And for somebody who hasn't been like raised in there to become one of the high-ranking members is really rare. And he was a really high-ranking member in the church.
Wow.
And I asked him, are you still in the church? And he said that he had left the church, that it had been about 8 months since he had left the church. And I, being a Hispanic, I was raised Catholic. But now as an adult, I'm not very religious. So I wanted to know, what made you leave the church? Like, what was it about it? And what he told me was he just got tired of the politics of it and that he saw the corrupt side of church. And I was like, that's why I don't go to church. But, it's just, I have my own thing with religion,
Sure.
right? And this is like obviously a very religious man. And a religious man with no kids. And I'm just like, I'm the opposite of that. I have kids. I'm not very religious. Like, oh my God, is he not going to like me no more? Did I just mess up? Oh my God, please tell me you like me.
Of course he does.
Of course he does. So we leave and we go back to his place. And when we go back to his place, of course, alcohol enter the chat and you loosen up more. And we're definitely talking about more of our likes and our dislikes. And he tells me about his relationship with his mom and his grandparents. So I was like, you are so adorable. Everything he's telling me, I'm just like, I love you. So
And you have the dreamy stars coming out of your eyeballs.
I do, because now we're like a full fifth of Patron in. So of course I have like the googly eyes and, we do adult things that night. And when we were having the discussion about the religion, he did tell me that he had not been with a woman in 13 years. That is how long he had been in the church, was 13 years. So he had not, because, they are very much like Mormons. They have chaperone dates and you're not allowed to be alone with women and you date to marry. Like, within like 4 dates if you're going to marry that one. And if you're not going to marry them, you move on.
Yep.
So he's telling me all these things and I'm kind of like, I really hope he's not practicing this actively because I'm not going to marry you in 4 dates. I'm sorry. No matter how much I'm melting, like I just need a little more.
Right.
So I leave that next day and I'm just so smitten. It's just like, I didn't want to leave, but I had switched shifts. Like that day that he had asked me for my number was my last day on that shift. So that Monday after our very first date, I had to leave and we were now on opposite shifts. So from that first date until the end, we were together almost every single day. Every single free moment that I had, I was at his apartment.
Wow.
And I went to his apartment mostly in the beginning because he is a single man with a 1-bedroom house and I have my kids and my mom, and I wanted to get to know him, for myself.
Privacy, yeah.
Yeah, a little privacy, because my kids are nosy. So we are together every single day. And within 2 weeks, this man tells me he loves me.
Okay.
So I set it back.
Whatever.
What is this? Why?
Whatever.
Explain your feelings right now.
Because I'm a 36-year-old woman and I know better. But at the time, going through what I have gone through my life and having somebody like him come into my life, it was surreal. It was like people say it was like a movie all the time, but it really was like a movie. It just like he swept me off my feet so hard and so fast. He was giving me everything that I wanted from my ex.
Yeah.
The attentiveness, the closeness, the constantly
Romance.
making sure I'm okay. Like, that man did not let me pay for nothing. Nothing. Like,
He was wooing you. He was,
yeah. So if I'm on my way home and I'm like, all right, I got to go home. I got to stop at the store first. I need this, this, and that. He's going to give me the money for what I need to take back to my house. Never in my life have I experienced that.
I haven't. That's so sweet.
It was, you see why I said I love you.
So he
after
wants
2
to take
weeks.
care of you.
Yeah.
He does. And
Yeah.
like, in my mind, I'm thinking this man gave 13 years of his life to a religion.
Mm-hmm.
This man has no problem committing to me and giving me everything I want.
Yeah.
So I was fully transparent with him. That first day, I told him about my ex that works there who got me the job, that we are still friends. I was in his life for 7 years. He has 4 kids. Like, his kids are still actively a part of my life right now.
Oh, wow.
Like,
Okay.
They were just at my house like maybe a month or 2 ago. Like, I still love his kids.
Yeah.
Okay. And I was fully transparent with that. I was like, I've been married once. I still talk to my ex. We're friendly. We're not together. I don't plan on getting back with him.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, we're still very much cordial. And I just was very transparent about everything from the beginning and what I was expecting. I said that I wasn't expecting a relationship, but that I was open to it. Right. So when he told me he loved me, warp speed from there, because I want to say maybe a week or 2 after that, we start talking about moving in with each other.
Wow.
Okay. Moving in with each other. And you would swear we were a lesbian couple because
The U-Haul.
The
Because
U-Haul
the
came
lesbians
out.
are known for the U-hauling.
yes, that's
That's so
exactly
funny.
what happened here. So I felt like he was kind of hesitant at first. And I'm like, all right. So I proposed that he comes over here for like a trial week. Like,
Smart.
he had
Okay.
a little dog. So I was like, you and the dog just
Bring
come
the
over for a week.
baby. Bring the baby. That's a green flag.
Pack your bags. Come over.
Had he
Because I have a house
Yeah.
and he has an apartment.
Had he met your kids yet? Was this him meeting them for the first time?
No. So after he told me we said, I love you, I brought him over to the house and my mom cooked dinner for him and he met my mom and the kids.
Oh,
And-
that's nice.
Really nice.
Yep. And it was a great first impression all around. Like, and they got to know him and he actually like conversed with them and asked about them. And it melted my mommy heart to see it. Even though my kids are older, it's like you want your significant other to get along with your kids.
Yeah, of course you do. Yeah.
And so everything went great when he came to meet them, which is why we were talking about moving in with each other and the trial week. So when he came over for that trial week, this is when the first pink flag pops up.
Uh-oh.
And I call
Okay.
it pink because the French
Not-
flags just go past and,
Yeah.
oh, they're so pretty. Red's my favorite color. It's like the
I
color
thought
of
it
my
was
heart.
a circus.
Yeah.
I thought it was my heart flying by.
Oh, God.
Fall is almost here, and it's time to cozyfy your space.
Whoa, whoa,
Get
whoa.
some
Slow down.
Comfy stuff at Wayfair.
I'm in Florida. We don't have seasons here. I'm still buying summer stuff.
Well, what if you wanted to make it feel cozy by turning your home into the season? It can still be warm and nice. You can still go in the pool, but you can also just have like cute little fall and Halloween stuff going on.
You guys.
You love a theme. Don't tell me you don't love a theme.
I do love a theme, and I don't care how hot or cold it is. Wayfair has literally everything.
It's so ideal for any season. I mean, but I didn't even realize they had so much Halloween stuff. But I'm looking right now for a very specific type of desk. Like in our living room, we want to set up like a little desk nook.
Oh, they
And
have it for
They
sure.
have so many options. And I truly have been looking everywhere. And I don't know. I want something so specific. And I almost was like not even going to do this ad because I was getting lost in looking at all the options. I'm like, there's too many good options.
Well, they have a huge selection and there are so many different styles. There's options for every budget and price point, and there's unique stuff too. It's whatever your style is, you can find it. And there's free shipping Oh my gosh, I'm
Ooh.
obsessed with Wayfair.
They also have bedding and bath basics, obviously
Everything.
seasonal home decor, storage stuff, kitchen essentials. I'm setting up more of a work from home setup, living room, whatever you want to refresh. You could do it at Wayfair. Wayfair makes it so easy to tackle your home goals with room ideas and curated collections. So go cozyfy your space with Wayfair's curated collection of easy, affordable fall updates. From comfy recliners to cozy bedding and autumn decor, find it all for way less at wayfair.com. That's WAYFAIR.com. Wayfair. Every style, every home.
This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. So we turn to some really funny places for support. I'm talking our hairdresser, and for me, it's my tattoo artist or perhaps even your nail tech, but not everyone's a therapist, but you can find an actual therapist with BetterHelp. We've all done it before. You turn to these people for life advice, and they're fun to talk to about these topics, whether you're looking for help about relationships or anxiety, depression, whatever. And they might not have the right answers, but you really can get guidance from a credentialed therapist online with BetterHelp. BetterHelp has quality therapists. They work according to a strict code of conduct and they're fully licensed in the US. They do the initial matching work for you so you can focus on your therapy goals. They just give you a short questionnaire. You identify your needs and preferences, and they will match you with a therapist that's right for you, which you can switch at any time. And it's completely online, so you can pause your subscription whenever you need. And there's over 30,000 therapists, and it's just super convenient at the click of a button. As the largest online therapy provider in the world, BetterHelp can provide access to mental health professionals with a diverse variety of expertise. Find the one with BetterHelp. Our listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/TDD. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/TDD.
Okay, so he's here for a couple of days. And like I said, we're on opposite schedules. So I am working second shift and he is still on overnight. So I go in at 2 p.m. and I want to say like the second day he's here. The second day he's here, he texts me.
I know your face right now. You're like,
I don't like it.
Yes, something happened and he is acting strange because we text all the time. If I'm not with him, we are texting.
Yeah.
Okay, so while I'm at work, he is texting me. But the texts seem distant. So when I come home, his bags are packed. The dog is packed.
Oh,
the keys that I gave him, the dog is packed.
Oh my God.
The key that I gave him is sitting on my dresser. And I'm looking around and I'm so confused. I'm like, what is going on? Did something happen? And he's just like, I gotta go. And I'm like, huh? And he's like, I gotta go.
Go where? Go
no
where?
explanation?
No explanation. He just leaves. So
That
I'm
doesn't work for me.
going. No, it doesn't work for me either. Let me find this. I'm gonna read you the exact text message.
I love
Okay,
receipts.
she got the receipts.
Yeah, I know you guys love receipts.
We
I have
love 'em.
all of them. I believe I sent Molly like 360 screenshots. It was
Holy shit. I love it. She
Came
got
with
all the
receipts, girl.
receipts.
Oh, boy.
Lord.
I did not. I have every single
Ugh.
text message from the very first message
That's my
to the
girl.
very last one.
That's my girl.
So I said, "Are you upset with me?" He said, "No, I'm not. I'm just confused. You seem different." And I'm like, "Why do I seem different?" I was very confused.
Weren't you at work? Like, how did you seem different?
Exactly. How do I seem different? So I said, "It feels like you're breaking up with me. You gave back the key I gave you. What did I do to make you feel like this?" So because at this point, I'm like, what did I do? What did I do to make you feel this way? Because
Yeah.
you've been perfect. So I'm obviously the problem here.
Oh, that
And he
makes
said-
my heart hurt a little.
Ugh, makes my heart hurt. All right. So he said, "The last thing I want is to break up." So I'm going to just read this to you and I'm just going to ask your opinion of what this sounds like. He said, "I don't understand you. I don't understand what you're looking for. I would have treated you like a queen. I would have never done anything to hurt you. All I wanted was someone faithful. I would have been loyal to you for a lifetime. I hope you find whatever you're looking for. I truly do love you. I have wasted enough time. I don't have any time left for the bull. I hope you find happiness. That's all I'm asking for. Obviously, you are looking for something else. I just wish you would have told me from the beginning what you were about. I wish the best for you and your family.
That feels like he's on another planet.
Yeah.
It's another planet. That's a breakup text.
Yeah, breakup text
I
that
wish-
is implying that he's like, you cheated on him, but
Yeah.
Yes,
you
like
were
I
what?
did something. So I said, I have no idea what you're talking
Because he's
about.
making
I want
it seem
you.
like it's your idea.
Yeah,
this
like I did something. Like I just told him, like, look, this isn't what I want. I told him, I want you. I haven't done anything other than be with you. I wasn't
Yeah.
looking for a relationship, and I found you. Someone who I'd do anything for, someone I want to spend my life with. What is it that you think that I've done? I'm so confused right now.
He's trying to gaslight you and make it seem like it's your idea and that it's the illusory truth effect. You keep telling someone the same thing over and over, they're going to believe
and then
it.
you're like, what? Maybe I did do something.
Yeah, you're like, wait, what?
Yes.
I guess. What?
I'm racking my brain trying to figure out what I did.
Yeah.
But, I was like, I didn't do nothing. And he said, every part of me just feels like you're not being honest. Something doesn't add up.
What? No.
And so we're just going back and forth. And then he hits me with, here is my question. How can you be in a 7-year relationship with someone you said you never cheated on, at the same time always with a different dude? And I was real confused about this because I didn't cheat on my ex. Like, I was not understanding.
Well, to me, it sounds like maybe somebody told him something, like, or he's got his own stuff he's got to work through, like his own anxiety.
The
that's
only
projected.
person that I have been with sexually at my place of employment is my ex and him. 2 people. That's it. So I was very confused as to like what he meant by that. So it threw me off. So we are just going back and forth and going back and forth. And eventually he stays gone that night. And I think like the next day he brings all his stuff back.
He's trying to distract you from what's really going on.
Yeah. So I'm very confused, but
What?
I'm not thinking it has anything to do with him because like this man, he told me he had never been in a serious relationship. He hasn't been with a woman in 13 years. So obviously like he might have trust issues, but at the same, like it's a me problem. Like I did something.
Yeah.
And
this
you're
is
giving
all
him,
you.
yeah, the
This
benefit of the
is
doubt.
all me. So he brings all of his stuff back over. And before he brings all of his stuff over, he says, hey, Dominique, I apologize if I hurt you. That was definitely not my intention. I just have all these thoughts going through my mind and I have a lot of feelings for you. So my trust issues took over my thoughts and got the best of me. I just want to trust you completely. And I'm
Okay.
just like, I'm like, it's okay, come back. Come back. So, well, right. So he comes back and everything's fine for a while. And
Does he say anything else about what, like, I'm still a little confused at what he thought you had done. Was he like, I think you cheated on your
or
last
was it-
girlfriend?
Or was he like putting up a facade?
So what it is, so our very first date was June 9th. There was an award and an old picture of me and my ex still in my room. And when I was at work, I guess he was like looking around the room and he found the award with his name on it
He got really
and the
triggered.
picture. So yes, it took him a whole week to tell me what really, because he kept deflecting and he didn't want to tell me what made him feel like he couldn't trust me.
Right.
But look, realistically, I didn't even know that was still in here.
If you were cheating
know,
on
it's-
him, you would have hidden stuff.
I would hide the
You would
evidence.
just
Right.
leave it out.
I'm not going to leave it out for you to see.
But I definitely see how you could be like, okay, let's work through this. Like, this is our first issue.
So that is my mess up. I had my extra stuff laying around my room still. So I'm the problem. I did it. I'm so sorry that I caused this rift between us. And come back, I love you. Right. So we get past this. He's at his apartment for like a day or two. And then he comes back and we kiss and we make up. So this is like the end of August. So he proposes
Then, like
Oh.
around that time?
the beginning of September. So he asked me to marry him. Oh my God, yes, I want to spend my life with you. I love you. He even let me pick out my wedding ring. And it was a gorgeous wedding ring. So now we are talking about when are we going to do it? And I'm like, all right, so sometime next year. And he was like, why do you want to wait that long? Do you not love me? And I was like, weddings take a while to plan. Like, do you want a big
Yeah.
wedding? Do you want a small wedding? He was like, I just want to marry you. And I'd marry you tomorrow if you'd let me. And I'm
So
like,
it's all on you.
cute, but I'm like, so see, now we've had a few fights under our belt. So now I'm starting not to become hesitant, but become hesitant. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You have the
Okay.
tiny femtuition doubt that is very, very hard to hear as
Mhm.
someone.
Yes, I pushed it way deep.
Yes.
I burned it. I buried it under
'Cause who
all those
wants that?
red
You want it to
flags.
work.
I want a fairy tale happy ending.
Yes.
Mackenzie, I am obsessed with my new sous vide kitchen robot.
I'm so jealous. I can't wait to get mine.
Yeah, you need to get it because it's actually changed my routine so much. It's made it so easy to make good, healthy food. Or not healthy food. I made chocolate lava cakes yesterday, which I got
Oh
through
my
the sous
God.
vide
That sounds so good.
meal system. Yeah, no big deal. Sous vide is a smart countertop oven, and also it has a meal delivery service. It's very flexible. So you can save time and money, and just, it's so easy. It'll send you meals that have a little scanny thing, and you scan it on your sous vide, and it's like, I know how to cook this. Back up, I got you. And the coolest thing I think about it is that you can put ingredients into it. It's got a top and a bottom. You can do like air fryer, oven, whatever, a lot of settings. And you can set them both for different like temperatures, time, cooking, whatever.
Oh, and you can start it from your phone, right? Like from the app?
You can do that. And it can
Dude.
keep your ingredients refrigerated until you want them to start cooking. So if you are like, I need dinner done by 6, but I don't have time to prep it, but I can do it at like noon, you can throw it all in there. You can say, this is how I want it cooked, and I want it done by 6, and it keeps it refrigerated, and then it starts cooking exactly when you want it to.
I feel like this is for like someone like me who's not a cooker, and I only have one son, but so it's, would probably be easy to cook. I just don't want to, but it also seems like it would be great for moms with like a ton of kids, like, or she's busy and she's a taxi cab, like taking all the kids to sports and all the things. Like, it sounds like it'd be perfect for anyone.
For me, I really love roasted vegetables, but I just resist like putting them in the oven.
Them.
Oh my God, yeah, good seasoning. Like, it feels so, such a healthy snack to just have around.
And they're nice and crispy when they're roasted.
Right. And I will literally throw vegetables from frozen into sous vide whenever I have time and be like, I need it later. It just saves so much time, and I've been making better food. And the delivery service is really good. Like I said, I recently got their chocolate lava cake desserts.
Can you stop saying chocolate lava cake?
Sorry.
It's so delicious. I'm getting so hungry. That sounds so good. I can't wait to get mine.
You can get yours today because sous vide offers a 100-day risk-free trial. So give it a try. Go to souvie.com/dating detectives to get 16 free meals when you order. That's SUVIE.com/dating detectives to get 16 free meals with your risk-free trial. Save time, eat better with sous vide. I love this ad because I love sous vide so much.
So we're talking about when to have the wedding. And since he was making it seem like he wanted to do it right away, I jokingly say, well, we should get married on my favorite holiday. So my favorite holiday is Halloween.
Oh, God, that's amazing. I love it. Oh, my God. What did he say? What did he say?
Frankenstein.
He agreed to marry me on Halloween.
Shut up.
So we got engaged the first week of September. We were getting married in 2 months. Not a year and 2 months, like I wanted to. 2 months.
And how's the family and friends and community responding to this?
His mom is all for it. My friends are like, are you sure? You said you'd never get married, because I was very adamant that I was never going to get married again in my life.
Right.
Because it was very traumatic for me.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are like, I never want to do this again.
Yep. I was very much like, oh no, I'll spend the rest of my life with you, but I'm not signing them papers. It's so easy to get married. It's so hard to get divorced.
Yeah.
So everybody was it was my mom. My mom was like, yeah, she's like, doesn't that seem a little soon? I was like, Mom, I'm in love. He's perfect.
I'm in love. I'm in love. And I don't care who knows it.
Oh my God. But she's listened to a few of the fights that we've had. So she was kind of like apprehensive, but at the same time, she was like, if that's what you want to do, I'm not going to stop you, but I really wish that you guys would wait a little longer. I was like, realistically, I wish that we could wait a little longer too. But this man is so in love with me that he wants to be married to me now.
And also, if you're anything like me, I've been in a situation where it's like, oh, if I deny him, like he'll break up with me, and I could
He's
never
gonna leave
me.
me.
Yeah.
He's gonna leave me, and it's gonna be all my fault.
Packed up his stuff and left for things you haven't even done.
Right.
So
exactly. So now imagine if I actually turn him down and crush your little man ego pride or whatever. He's really gonna leave me. So I agreed to marry him.
You give in because you don't want to lose him.
Exactly. But he did let me pick the date, my favorite holiday. And I even had a black wedding dress.
That's
nice. Okay, that's so cool.
That is fierce.
The wedding dress was beautiful. The veil was black. The dress was beautiful. And it was a very, very, very small ceremony. It was just my mom, my kids, his mom, his grandparents, and his uncle. That was it. And we got married in this cute little gazebo on the water of the little fancy restaurant that they have here. And it was very nice. It was very nice.
Good. Okay.
So we got married on Halloween. We were set to leave the very next day, the 1st, to go on a 7-day honeymoon to the Smoky Mountains.
Oh, how pretty.
So,
okay.
I've never taken an adult vacation in my life. Like when I was younger, I'd taken vacations.
Wow.
So he is taking me to a 2-bedroom cabin all the way up in the mountains. And it was so beautiful, so secluded.
I bet
it was like I cried when we got there because I've never experienced anything like that. Like,
did you think you'd ever experience anything like that?
No.
Yeah.
And just because unfortunately, when you come from with like the background that I come from, you don't ever think you deserve anything good.
Yes, exactly. 100%. I'm there.
So
I get you, girl.
It was so beautiful. And it healed things in me that I didn't know needed healed.
On your honeymoon and on this beautiful vacation that you've never had an adult vacation before, were you skeptical at all of anything? Like if he would do nice things, like, yeah, right. Why are you being so nice? Like, I don't deserve this. Or were you just like, oh, cool. Like he's showing me I deserve it. Like, were you skeptical at all?
Definitely didn't think I deserved it, but I was skeptical, but in a way of like, okay, he's showing me what he can provide to me. And if he ever caught me doing something that he considered cheating, or if I did something to upset him, he's going to take it away from me.
Yeah.
So we get there and we do all kinds of things. It was beautiful. So by day 3 or 4 of the honeymoon, we have been drinking every day. We've been partying. This cabin is so secluded that we are running around naked the entire cabin just because we can. And we're like skinny dipping in the hotel in the hot tub. And it's just, we are having the best time. Like I forget about every single fight we've ever had. And when I wake up that like 3rd or 4th day after drinking all day and all night and just having fun, I couldn't drink and I'm hungover. I'm not a drinker. So by day 3 or 4, I cannot drink no more. I don't want to go nowhere. I don't even want to get in the hot tub. I'm so hungover and I feel so heavy and I just feel like I just need a chill day. I need to just lay on the couch and watch TV.
Yeah.
So that's what I do. Okay. And the entire day, so in this cabin, like where the living room was, I'm looking at the TV straight ahead of me. And right next to the TV is the door to go out into the patio area, the covered patio with the hot tub and stuff. Right. Mm-hmm. So we got up in the morning. I made us coffee like I always do. Mm-hmm. I took him the coffee outside because he was sitting out on the patio overlooking the sunrise, the beautiful sunrise in the mountains. So I take him his cup of coffee and I sit on the couch and I think I fall asleep. And then I wake up a few hours later. I watch some TV. I make us something to eat. This whole time he's out on the patio.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't know if he came inside when I took my little nap or whatever, but he's been outside this whole time. So made us lunch or whatever. And I go out there to ask them, what are we doing for dinner? Like, do you want to go out? Do you want me to cook something? So standing there talking to him and he's just staring straight ahead. And I can tell he's got drunk eyes and he's just staring straight ahead and he's ignoring me. And so I walk back inside and I just sit on the couch and I'm watching TV. So he comes barging in and starts yelling at me that I ruined the honeymoon because all I've done all day was lay on the couch and be lazy. And this is not what he expected from his wife, and just goes in on me. And so I, once again, felt guilty for ruining this expensive honeymoon trip.
Oh God, I hate that feeling. I relate to you so much.
So we spend the next day fighting. And now we're down to the last day or two that we're there. And obviously the vibe has changed. The vibe has changed. I'm not having fun no more. I'm ready to go. And it just all goes downhill from there. Just all goes down there from here. It's just, that is who he becomes. That sweet man that I met and fell in love with
is gone.
And is gone. And it just is replaced with this controlling. And that's when religion started to like creep in, where he's like, well, you're a wife now. You're supposed to do this. And that's not what a wife
to
does.
Serve your husband.
And if I did not want to be intimate with him, well, you're my wife. You have to be.
That's why he wanted to get married so fast.
Remind everyone that that's
so he was like,
true.
In the Bible, you're not supposed to tell me no.
Right. You're supposed to, this is your wifely duty or whatever.
Yep. You're supposed to perform wifely duties.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly that. I was not allowed to be friends with any male. And I was not allowed to be friends with any women that were single.
Yeah.
I couldn't wear certain things. I had to act a certain way. And it was just like, he had to have this control over me. And that's pretty much what the men in that religion do. They want complete and total control over you. Like, yes, that's exactly, like, I'm supposed to be your submissive and I'm supposed to be a yes man. So when we get back from the honeymoon, we go back to work and we are back on the same shift.
Okay.
He goes from working overnights to coming to the shift that I'm on, to the shift that my ex is on. So I am working and my ex comes and asks me a work question.
Oh no.
And he sees this from across the warehouse.
Loses his fucking mind.
Loses his mind on me right there in the middle of work.
Oh, what did he do?
So he says, what were you guys talking about? So I told him what we talked about. He didn't believe me. He wrote up to him and asked him what he wrote up and talked to me about.
Ew. Oh my God.
So he has a very calm conversation with them because I'm seeing them conversate. Because he's like, if you don't tell me what you guys talked about, I'm going to go ask him myself. I said, do you think that his answer is going to differ from mine?
Oh my God.
So he went and he had the calmest conversation, even laughed. I don't know what the laugh was about. He rolled up to me, called me a fucking whore, and left the job. Left work.
Like, did he quit?
No, he didn't quit.
He just walked
He didn't
off.
quit. He left. He clocked out. He left.
What are you just standing there like jaw on the floor?
Yes, and I cannot leave because I'm filling in for a supervisor.
Yeah.
So I'm stuck. And so I'm texting him and he's calling me disrespectful and I'm his wife. And then it turns into, you better not ever speak to him again in your life. But in the beginning, when I told him that I was friends with him and cordial with him, it was no big deal. He thought that was very mature of us.
Respectful and...
Yeah, he was like, that doesn't surprise me, you being who you are. But now that I've married you, you are, oh my God. Like looking back on this, I look back and I try to, of course you can't remember your exact thinking. I try to think of like, what were you thinking?
Well,
Like,
you can't see the forest through the trees when all the
And all
trees
the
are falling
trees
around you at
falling.
once.
Yeah.
And you're
Yeah.
shocked.
So, and of course I did speak to him. So I did mess up. I did do something wrong. It doesn't
And you
matter that
blamed
he asked me a
yourself.
work question. Absolutely. 100%. 100%. That was the first time I called the cops on him.
Oh my God.
I sent a picture, but he came home, and so I locked my bedroom door because I keep all the good snacks. They'll eat them all.
For sure.
They will drink all the pops. They will eat all the chips. They will eat all the sugar. So we have a lock on our bedroom door. And he also had guns. So
no.
I lock my bedroom door when we're at work. So he has a key. I have a key. My mom has the spare key just in case.
Yeah.
Let's just say we both lose our key. Nope. He did not use the key. He came in and he completely kicked in my bedroom door.
Oh.
Completely
And
kicked
you're
me
in
off
the
the
room,
hedges.
or he was there while you were still at work?
No, my mom and my children were here.
Oh, no.
I was at work.
No.
Remember, I'm filling in for a supervisor, so I cannot leave.
Oh my God. So then what
Because
happened?
they're already short-staffed.
While you were at work?
So my mom calls me, freaking out. Her and my daughter are locked in her room. My son is texting me from his room. And I completely see red. And I walk into the office. I don't tell them what's going on, but obviously he's already left. Patrick's gone. So he's gone, and I have to go into the office. I'm standing there with my mother on the phone. My son is texting me. I'm trying to come up with an excuse as to why I have to leave right now. I'm sorry you guys are shorthanded. I know you don't have nobody else to do this.
This is an emergency.
I
Gotta
have
go.
to leave. I think I could make up an excuse about my ex-husband, and I leave. So I call my friend. She's coming to get me. While I'm waiting for her to pull up and get me, I call 911.
Okay.
And I explain to them what's happening. I tell them that I'm not home right now, but my mom and my kids are, and this is what's happening. And I need officers at my house right now.
Oh my God.
So when I get here,
So scary.
the room is destroyed. I beat the cops here. The room is destroyed, and his knee is like bouncing up and down. You can see that like
he's a nervous wreck.
breathing with rage.
Oh my
You can
God.
you can see like the waves of rage coming up out of him. And I came in here and I just say like, what the French toast is your problem? Why? So I'm trying to get him to talk to me, and he's actively ignoring me. And while I'm in here trying to get him to talk to me, the cops pull up. So I go outside and I explain to the cops, where we're just married 2 weeks ago. We just got back from our honeymoon. He blew up at me at work. He left work and came home, destroyed my door, destroyed the room. So one of the cops stays out there with me, and one of them comes back here with him. And I don't know what him and the cops are talking about, but I do know that
Well, surely he's making up lies about you.
Absolutely. And then the officer comes out there and pretty much tells me that him destroying our bedroom door isn't a crime. And I have no legal authority to have him removed from my house, the house that I had before him. His name isn't even on the lease.
But because he has residence
you
there.
let him into the house.
No, because he's my husband.
Oh.
Because he's my husband. Even if he didn't live here, even if we were married and he had an apartment and I had an apartment, that is my husband. He has every legal right to be in here. And he hears the cops say this.
My God. And by the way, different states have different laws because that is not the law in some states. So that's so interesting. Oh my God.
That is the law here in this state. He couldn't get in trouble for destroying the door, and I couldn't even have them remove him for 20 minutes for me to clean up my room, get my kids in order, make sure my mom is okay. No, he absolutely, no.
Are the police at all concerned about your kids? Like, do they express any of that?
It didn't seem like it. It did not seem like it. And it just made me feel defeated. And it was very scary because, for one, the reason I called the cops is I don't know you. Like, yes, I married you, But like realistically, I don't know what you're fully capable of. And I did not think this through when I agreed to marry you and said I do at the altar.
So was that thought their reality?
That's when I knew that this could possibly become a very dangerous situation. So I was scared because I didn't know how he was going to react when the cops left. I was scared what this meant for our relationship. I was scared that I've only been married to this man for 2 weeks and I've already had to call the cops on you. Like, if this is what's happening now, what's going to happen in the future?
Yeah. Yeah.
And that fear you're talking about is one of his.
Yeah.
Exactly, because they didn't even do anything. All they did was confirm it to him that there was nothing I can do to remove him from this house. So now we have about 2 more fights at work, and he forbids me from speaking to men, period.
Forbids. Oh, okay.
Yeah, because as a wife,
That's textbook abuse.
As a wife, I should not have friendship with a male.
Oh, okay.
And my female friends, I cannot have no single female friends.
Oh, because they will lure you into meeting other dudes.
Because one of my best friends, she is single. Her daughter is 6 years old. That's my goddaughter. She lived with me for 5 years. He told me I was no longer allowed to be her friend because she was single.
Oh.
And how did hearing all of that feel? Because I would have been like, excuse me, sir, where was this?
Right? Same.
Trapped. I felt bamboozled. I felt tricked. I felt lied to.
Yep.
This is when reality sunk in, like, oh shit, I'm married. And he waited until I married him to show me who he really is.
Yep, he sure did.
Because now I'm stuck. Because he was Prince freaking Charming in the beginning.
Yep.
He was perfect.
Yep.
Perfect that first month. And that's all it took was that first month to get his hooks in me so deep that it's going to take one of those bulldozer plowers to remove 2 toothpicks from me. That's how deep he was in me. So now I'm no longer allowed to talk to men.
Okay.
I'm no longer allowed to be friends with women who are single. So at this point, we are in December, and I am at a point to where I am no longer hanging out. We are no longer hanging out with my friends. Yes. Like, it's just me and him now. So I'm secluded, and obviously my best friends, they were here the first time I called the cops on him. So they kind of like separated themselves for a little bit. So it was like probably towards the end of this December when we got like our first real good snowfall. And she called me and she asked if we wanted to go sledding, which was perfect because me and him were actually talking earlier that day about sledding. And then here she comes asking if we want to go. So we do that. So it's me and him. It's my best friend and her husband. It's our other friend, her sister-in-law, and her boyfriend. So it's couples. And the girls, they asked me to go down with them. I go down the hill with the girls, and we tumble off. We crash into each other. Everybody's laughing, and we're struggling to climb back up the hill. And when I come back on top of the hill, and I had the sled to the next person that's going down, I see him standing off to the side. And I know I did something. So I walk on over to him, and all I say is, what now? Because what's freaking now? You went down the hill and you made me look stupid. You left me up here looking stupid in front of all these people that I don't know. You just have no respect for me. And I was like, people you don't know, you mean
fucking toddler.
So he just starts going off that I have him out there looking stupid.
He
doesn't have his car.
Yeah, he doesn't need your help.
He don't need help.
No, but it's my fault.
Of course it is.
It's my fault. I made him look stupid. I'm
Right.
embarrassing him. I'm not acting like a wife.
Oh,
that I should only go down with him. Yeah, exactly. So we end up having to cut the sled trip short because he's having a grown man tantrum. My friends are looking at him like, are you serious? And he goes and sits in the car, and we get in the car. So now he is raging. He is mad. So now he is speeding out of this apartment complex. And because the snow is kind of high, we're like gliding over the speed bumps, right?
Very scary and dangerous, and I don't like this at all.
Very scared because he's doing about 40 to 50 in this apartment complex. So now when you get to the edge of the apartment complex, you can either go left or right, and there's like a giant field in front of you. Well, because he's going so fast and he slams on his brakes, we slid into the field across. Okay.
Oh my
now
God. Oh my God.
I'm terrified. I want out of the car. He's not letting me get out of the car. Just actively keeping me in the car. And I'm yelling and I'm screaming. So he throws the car in reverse, reverses out, and he goes the opposite way of where we live. Because remember, she does not live too far from me.
Right.
We go left, we're going to my house. He went right. And then he just guns it. He speeds through 2 red lights. Thankfully, this is not a busy street. This is like, it's an exit to a highway.
What is he doing?
He's so mad, and he's yelling at me, and he's raging out about how I'm so disrespectful, and why did he choose a wife that was just so disrespectful, and I'm the most disrespectful whore in the world.
He's trying to scare you too, and it's absolutely abusive to drive so recklessly.
So he won't let me out of the car. He won't slow down. He won't let me out. So I don't know what to do. Like at this point, like I said, I've seen too many true crimes. I see too much in domestics.
Yep.
I slapped the shit out of him. I slapped the shit out of him, and I kind of like mushed his face into like the mirror because it's cold. So all the windows are up. So that makes him slam on the brakes, and we skid into somebody's yard. And my purse goes flying out of my lap. And I take this opportunity to, when I mushed him, when we slid in, to hurry up, unlock the door, jump out the car with my purse. And I just start running down the street.
Oh my.
And then he guns it in the opposite direction. So now I am trying to find my phone because I don't know if I'm going to call the cops again. I don't know what I'm going to do because he drove about 2 miles away from our house. It's in the middle of December. It's freaking cold. Because we went sledding, I had to shed a layer. So now I'm just in some leggings and a sweater.
Oh my God.
And I am walking down a street.
Oh my God.
And that's when I realized, yes, he's driven away. That's when I realized that my phone and my wallet fell out of my purse and are at the bottom of his car. So I have no phone, no wallet, no nothing. So to walk, I just start walking. I'm crying. My tears are freezing to my face. And I'm walking, and I go past my friend's house because, you got to pass my friend's house because he went the opposite direction. And I think to myself, like, I'm so cold. I should just go to her house. But I was so embarrassed that I was not about to say, this man just almost tried to kill me. I had to hop out of the car. I just kept walking home. So I walked a good 2 miles home at 11 o'clock at night. And I don't live in like the best of neighborhoods.
Did you still have that feeling of?
Yeah. Like, do you feel like it was your fault? That's a good question.
Kind of, sort of, but this is kind of when I start snapping out of it.
And you're like, what the fuck? This is not on me.
Yes, because why am I walking at 11 o'clock at night on the side of the road?
Yes.
Because my man-child threw a tantrum because I went on the sled by myself. Like, I can't even call him a husband at this point. He is my man-child. I'm so mad at myself. I'm so embarrassed. To accurately describe what I was going through was a mix of you're so stupid and it's not your fault.
You know what? That totally like, I'm so glad you said that because that's so true. Like, it's not your fault, but also you also take all the blame.
You're so mad at yourself.
So mad at myself.
And it's mixed emotions.
Yep. And so this is when it starts to take another turn because I walk home and I'm mad. This is when This snapped him into like a deliriously happy state.
Oh no.
It's a fake happy.
Yes, I know what
So
you're talking
like
about.
now,
Psychotic
like
almost.
yes. So the next day, of course, I had an attitude,
Of course,
and
duh.
so he wakes up. Good morning, my beautiful wife.
No.
Do you want to do something today? Do you want to go have
He's
breakfast?
it makes you feel crazy.
His voice is so calm and soothing, and
Like what happened didn't really happen because why?
it didn't happen.
Because then he wouldn't be talking to you like that.
Exactly. So this is when his delusional happiness starts. When the deliriously happy starts, he starts talking to himself. And then it turns into people at work are out to get him because I fill in for the supervisors and I'm close to all the supervisors. He thinks that I have turned them against him.
Oh,
So now everybody at work looks at him different and is
and he
talking
blames you
about
for that.
him. Yes, and it's me.
Yeah.
It's me. So he starts talking to himself. Then it turns into Facebook and TikTok are censoring his social media posting because he's been posting rantings. He fully went on a Facebook rant talking about how I cheated on him and how I'm a whore and I'm the biggest mistake of his life. And people are messaging me and I didn't know that he posted that. So I have people messaging me like, are you okay? What's going on? And I'm like, what are you talking about? Because I'm not letting anybody know that this is what's happening.
But he's making himself look crazy. Like people were taking your side, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. At work, the blow ups at work. The
He
Facebook
thought people would
post.
feel sorry for him, but instead it's making him look woohoo.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, this behavior, I'm wrecked. We'll get to it, but it's a scary place to be for you.
It is because I've never experienced anything like this in my life.
Yeah, that's so scary.
So it turns into Facebook and TikTok are not letting him post what he wants. So now the FBI has entered the chat. The FBI is listening to him through his phone. It's recording him. It's listening to him. He has no privacy.
Oh, okay.
And
so he's paranoid.
It's just, he has become so paranoid, so delusional because in between the angry paranoia that he's not able to speak his truth, it's the delusional happiness. The like, my beautiful wife, even the text messages he would send me. Okay, my beautiful wife, I'm going to the bathroom and then I'm laying down and I will see you when I wake up, my beautiful.
What?
And it's just.
In the beginning, you were like, oh, that's so nice. But now
how
it's
are
like
you feeling
fucking weird.
Are you like just in a state of shock most of the time because you don't know what to expect? Are you trying to get out?
I don't know. I don't know what to expect at this point. And at this point, for one, I feel trapped because I moved this man in here with me.
Yes.
And
now he doesn't have to leave.
Him. Now, and he's heard the cops say that I cannot put him out. So by the time January came around, we are not in a obviously not a very healthy place, but I'm not really sleeping in my room as much. I'm sleeping on the couch.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sleeping in my mom's room because when I would sleep on the couch, he would come out there all night and just sit there and stare at me.
Ew, that's so freaking weird.
He wouldn't say anything. He would just sit there and stare at me, or he would come out there and just say, why are you doing this?
Ew.
Blaming
Why
you.
are you treating me this way? Why do you want to argue with me? So then I went from being in the living room to going into my mother's room and sleeping on a twin-size mattress with her because her door has a lock.
What?
Are you afraid of what he could do if you tried to leave him?
It's not that I was afraid of what he would try to do if I left him. It's just that I had nowhere to go.
Yeah.
Because
you're trapped.
Here. I'm trapped. I moved here with my first husband and my kids when I was pregnant with my daughter 16 years ago. And when I got this house, me and my kids were living in a hotel. Okay. So I worked so hard to get this house, and I'll be damned if you run me out of this house that I worked hard for. So I'm not leaving. I have to figure out how to get you out.
You have to make your plan. Yeah.
So this is
Uh-huh.
like January. January is where I'm like, all right, Operation Get Him the Fuck Out is in effect. So in January is when it got a little more scarier because the delusions, the paranoia delusions got even more intense. It got so bad that he doubted me so much that he said that he had to confess something to me. Oh,
What do you
okay.
mean confess? What's he confessing? Oh, bliss.
Okay. All right. You ready? He confessed to me that he has never been with a woman, that he
I'm sorry, what?
was a virgin when I met him, that he had never even kissed another woman in his life.
What?
And had he lied and told you he had previous? Yeah, he did.
So he didn't lie per se. He told me he hadn't been with a woman the whole time he had been in the church,
Which
was
not
13
untrue.
years. It's not untrue.
Lying by omission is lying.
Exactly. So he
bombshell.
was. So it all made so much sense because the very first time we were intimate, I remember thinking, this man is the virgin. But I was like, it's okay because I can work with this. I can mold him into what I want.
Yeah.
Not knowing that this man was fully a virgin, hadn't even laid lips with nobody. And that was because when he was a teenager, he was overweight and shy. So he never had experience with women. And then he went into the church and then he lost all the weight. And then,
Yeah.
And
so he never,
Wow.
he never been with a woman. And then he told me the real reason he left the church.
Why?
He left the church to pursue me.
I'm sorry. What?
Dominique.
Like, what? What do you mean
Apparently, his mother knew about me before our first date. People in his church knew about me. He had a real close friend in the church. He told me that he talked with him for a year over his feelings for me.
And you had never...
I had never even really met him. I had never had a conversation with him that didn't involve something to do with work.
He was like obsessed with you before you even knew him?
Yes. Like a blanket of fear washed over me because it wasn't like a cute little, I have like a little crush on you. No, like he planned it. It was methodical planning.
It was evil mastermind.
Yeah, that's when I became 100% terrified.
And he tells you this, like himself?
Yes, because he's in his paranoid delusion. And I don't know what's going through his head right now, but right now he thinks that the logical answer is to just confess the lies. And I feel like that's why he was so torn, because he lied. And he knows that he lied to me. So it kind of made me think, like, with him being the type of person that he was, like the religious person that he was he having a moral qualm within himself? Because I'm not a religious person. I'm not a Jehovah's Witness. Jehovah's Witness can only be with each other. And he conformed himself to be what he thought I wanted him to be and made himself that and then approached me.
Was not that. I mean, the amount of work this person would have to do is kind of...
Yes.
It's stalking vibes. I don't know if it's the legal definition, but
that's when everything kind of turned more fearful for me, because I was like, this is not normal.
No, not at all.
This is like, he didn't notice me one day and was like, oh, she's cute, I'm going to talk to her. No, this was a process. This was like, he was talking about me to people in the church a year before he even left the church. And by the time I met him, he was 8 months out of the church. So this man had a 2-year obsession with me that I didn't even know about. And that's when it kind of clicked to me that this can turn deadly. And when I knew that he knew that there was something wrong, is he took all of his guns to his mom's house. He no longer carried the gun that he carried on him 24/7. The shotguns and the other extra pistol that was in the nightstand, he took to his mother's house. And I feel like that's because he couldn't trust himself with it. And I'm so grateful that he did.
Oh my
because
God.
if this would have went another way, it could have, like, I couldn't be here right now with how he is.
I mean, we hear you're a true crime person. Like the amount of like, I loved you so much, I had to hurt you.
Like you're either with me or with nobody.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what he was turning into. And all the while, the paranoid delusions, like the people at the gas station wanted me, people at work wanted me, everybody wanted me. Everybody my landlord. Like he spazzed out on me because my landlord came to get the rent one month. And because he was talking, my landlord's a chatterbox.
Yeah.
And because he was talking to me, when he left, he told me that next month he would be getting him the rent because he didn't like how long he was talking to me. So at this point in January, I know that this man is not in his right frame of mind. Okay. So he bought me a dog for Christmas. Right. And we had been fighting so much, and I'd been like sleeping in the living room, sleeping in my mom's room, that he pretty much barricaded himself in this room with that dog. Okay.
Which is scary.
So one day he couldn't find the dog. I think he had went outside for I don't know what he did, but the dog was no longer in the room and I'm at work. And he barges into my mom's room and starts yelling at her that she's hiding the dog from him. Okay, now up until this point, he has never yelled at my kids. He has never yelled at my mom. But this specific time, he specifically yelled at her over this dog. And he kept locking me out of my bedroom door, out of my bedroom. So I lost my ever-loving mind. I took a hammer and I broke down the door. I broke down the door because up until this point, you can do what you want to me. I'll be your punching bag. That's fine. I chose this. I married you. But you are not going to disrespect my button. That is what you're not going to do. So once I took the hammer to the door, he's recording me and he is saying, are you going to come at me with that hammer next? Am I next? Are you going to do to me what you're doing to that door? While he's recording me, like he's trying to get me to
he wants you to
like yell at him. Yeah. And I'm not, I'm calm. I'm so calm. My son comes out of his room like, yo, mom, you good? What are you doing? I'm like, oh, yeah, son, I'm just taking this door down. Like, I turned into him for a split second because I was like a delusional calm.
But I get it. But yeah, it feels very much like you don't know where the dog is.
Yeah.
I would be concerned about if he would.
The dog was in the living room.
The
dog was in the living room. It's just because he's so paranoid and he's so delusional. Like, he just thinks everybody is out to get him. So after I do that and I sit calmly down after I'm done destroying the door, and I'm sitting there and I'm trying to calm myself down and I'm like, you know what? No. So I get back up and I come back in the room and I start throwing his stuff everywhere. I start taking his clothes out of the drawers because up until this point, I have not lost my mind on him yet. Okay. I have not.
But you get to a point where you're like, listen, I'm done.
So now I'm yelling, I'm screaming over and over, get out, get out, get out. And I'm throwing his stuff all around the room. I'm throwing whatever I can get my hands on. Like I do like one of those movie sweeps. There's stuff on the dresser. I take my hand and I go like this and I say, get out of my house. Get out of my house.
Oh my God.
He gets it. So he puts on his jacket and he goes, sits in his car. He drove around for a little bit, but then when he came back, he was just in the driveway, just sitting in his car. So this is where he starts staying in his car, staying in the house, staying in his car, staying in the house, because at this point, I'm over it. Like, I'm over it. Like, I can only handle so much.
Yeah.
So now he's leaving my door wide open in the middle of the night. Like, I'm coming home at like midnight and my front door is wide open. My mom is asleep. My kids are asleep. My son's in his room. Like we do not leave the door open. This is him. He is unlocking the door, flinging it open. He's turning on all the lights in the house, turning them on, off, like just going through the whole house doing this.
Wow.
And I can't take it. So I'm starting to yell. Now I'm starting to be disrespectful. Now I'm starting to be somebody I don't want to be.
Well, this is
anybody else would have started much sooner. So yes,
and it's
reactive
very much
abuse. Yes,
you were provoked.
So now he's not even living in the house no more. Now he's strictly living out of his car, and he disappears for about 2 days. Now, this is when I call the cops again, but it's not because of something he did. I call the cops because I'm genuinely worried.
Yeah.
Like, yes, you're psycho, but I don't want nothing bad to happen to you. I don't know where you're at. You blocked me. You blocked your mother. Like, nobody can get a hold of you. And I know you're not in your right frame of mind.
Right.
I could have easily said, you've made my life a living hell these past 3 months.
Right.
You're out of my life, out of sight, out of mind. I don't care what happens to you.
Yep.
But I couldn't because I know there's a small part that it's not entirely his fault. So I called the cops and I reported him missing. And here they have license plate readers at the stoplights.
Uh-huh.
So they told me where he was at. He's in this general vicinity. He's just hopping from like parking lot to parking lot.
Driving around aimlessly.
All right. I know he's alive. So then after 2 days of being gone, he pulls back up into the driveway. He'll grab a few things, then he'll go back out. And he essentially starts living out of his car, right? So after that, this man started stalking me. So now he's not even coming in the house no more. He's leaving the doors wide open. He's driving past the house. He's not coming in it. He's parking at the gas station that's like at the end of my street so that way he can look directly at the house. Like, he's not here, but he's making sure that nobody else pulls up because I'm such a whore. As soon as he leaves, I'm going to have somebody pull up. So he's watching me from a distance. So one day I'm at work and I am just mentally and emotionally drained. I just am so defeated. Like, I finally got him to leave the house, but he was stalking me. So I still didn't feel safe. Like, I felt even less safe now than I did with him in the house because I don't know where he's at. I don't know what he's thinking. I don't know what he's planning on doing.
Now you have to look over your shoulder and be paranoid all the time.
Yes. So now this puts me in a state of mind that was very dark, very dark. And so I decide one day that I'm going to leave work early. And my ex, who is still my friend, he notices that I'm visibly upset because obviously I'm crying all the time at work now. And, he hasn't really talked to me because he knows that Patrick has exploded on me 3 times at work already.
Oh, right.
So he didn't want to make the situation worse for me. But when Patrick refused to leave the house, I made the statement that if you won't leave, I'll just wait till you go to work and I'll just put all your shit outside. So he stopped going to work. I want to say either at the end of January or the beginning of February. He stopped going to work and pretty much hunkered down until he started living in his car.
We'll take a moment to remind everyone that when we hear these stories and we hear all the bad stuff, and you also have an ex-husband that you're probably navigating. Your mom is there. You're working. Like, there are other things in your life that you're probably like trying to go
Life
through.
is life.
Yeah, and that's when we shut down and go into autopilot. It's a trauma response.
Yep, because I'm trying to figure out a way that this doesn't end with a bullet in my head. Because the way that he was acting. So I am so distraught that I want to leave work early. And at this point, like, I no longer have my truck because Patrick made me get rid of it because I didn't need my own car because I had him and he could take me everywhere I need to go.
Oh my God. Textbook.
Yep. So I got rid of my truck in like November. And so I was like, I'm so tired. I'm so exhausted, but I don't want to be at work. And I'm just going to walk home. I don't know why I didn't think of an Uber, but I had decided I'm just going to walk home. But my ex was like, he asked me if I was okay. And I just told him, yeah, I'll be fine. I'm just about to just walk home. And he's like, I've got like 2 more things to finish. And if you want, I know you probably don't want to, but I can give you a ride home. I live like 5 minutes from my job. I live so close to my job. So I didn't even care at this point that Patrick was stalking me. I just said yes. Like, I just want to go home. I want to crawl in my bed. But it was nothing more. Like, he genuinely was just going to bring me home, okay? So I'm sitting in the break room and I wait for him to come and get me. And we're driving away from work and we're pulling onto the street that leads to my house. And 2 cop cars go flying past me.
Oh, God.
And I make the joke like, well, somebody's in trouble.
Oh, no.
So we're driving, and he said something, and I turned to look at him to either respond or laugh. I don't remember what it was, but his eyes looked past me, and he looks at the gas station that's 2 blocks away from my house, and there's a bunch of cop cars there, and he said, "Wouldn't it be funny if that was Patrick getting arrested?" And then I was like, "Ha ha ha." And I was like, "Actually, that's his car right there." And then he's like, "No, that is Patrick." And I was like, "What?" So he turned around, he did a U-turn, drove back slowly, and I'm kind of like ducking down. And I'm like, "That's there is 6 cop cars in the gas station.
Oh,
He's
my
getting put in
God.
handcuffs." So I have him pull across the street. There's like a railroad track. I have him pull on the other side of the railroad track. And I hop out of the car, I get my phone out. I'm calling Patrick's mom because I had just reported him missing for a second time because he was not parked at the gas station. He wasn't parked at the grocery store. I hadn't seen him drive past the house in a couple of days. So I'm like, my worry was he was going to pick on the wrong person and either he's going to get
He's gonna
hurt
get
or
his
he's going
ass
to hurt
whooped.
somebody.
Yeah.
So I'm running across the street and he's getting put in handcuffs. And I'm standing there and I have the phone in my hand and I've FaceTimed his mom and I'm just letting her know that I found him. And me and her, we're not talking. We're just standing there because I'm trying to listen to what the cops are telling him.
Does he
Because
see
I'm trying to
you?
figure out what happened.
Yeah.
Yes, he sees me.
Okay.
He sees me standing there. But I hear somebody on the other side of the truck that I'm standing on saying that I've never seen that man a day in my life. And that makes me turn. And now I'm paying attention to what's happening behind me. Essentially, what happened is he was sitting at this gas station, thought this man had it out for him, approached this man, punched this man in the face, and
You
this
were
man
right.
proceeded to give him a full beat down.
Oh, my God. He fucked with the wrong one.
I knew that this was going to happen. So Patrick was upset because he was arrested and the other guy wasn't, but he threw the first punch. He was the aggressor. So he got taken to jail. That is when I took the opportunity to go to the county hospital and file. I spent 4 hours at the hospital going through every single piece of evidence that I had and to prove to him that he is not in his right mental state because he was also walking around our room saying, "Is this what you want? Is this what you want?" Like screaming it out into the air because the FBI was listening through his phone. Like,
Oh, my God.
he's like, "You just want a puppet? You want me to just do what you want me to do?" So I had to provide all of this to the hospital.
I was going to ask, can you say just a little bit about what that process was like?
Yeah.
So what you have to do is essentially you have to go and you have to talk with a mental health nurse and you provide them with all the information that you have and the reason why you're there. And you provide the evidence and then they take all this information and they take it to a psychiatrist. And that psychiatrist goes over all this information and then decides whether this person needs to be forced to get help or if it's just not that big of a deal, it's not harmful or nothing.
It's like a risk assessment. Yeah.
Yes, a risk assessment. That's exactly what it was. So after spending 4 or 5 hours there, they gave me the medical warrant. So then I had to take that paperwork that I got from the hospital. Then I had to turn around the next day and take it to the courthouse and get it filed with the judge. So that way, if he were ever to get arrested again, that he would get sent to a psychiatric hospital instead of jail for a mandatory 72-hour hold. And while he was in jail and while I was going back and forth to the courthouse and to the hospital, I also took this opportunity to pack up all of his shit and change my locks.
Yes.
Oh!
Yes.
Yes, girl.
So when he got out of jail and he came here and he put his key in the lock, it wasn't working. So he knocked on the door. I opened the door. He saw I piled all of his stuff in the front room. When I say all of his stuff, even his dresser was standing upright in the front because I did not want him to leave this general area. Like, get your stuff and get out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my God.
So
Good for
He
you.
knew the locks were changed. All of his stuff was packed. He looked around in disbelief. So he got arrested March 3rd. He got released March 5th. And that was the last time I've seen him.
What? That was
So he
it?
took a few weird things and left?
And left, and I have not seen him since.
Is he still alive? Do you know? Like, is he woohoo? Or like,
I do know that he's still alive. For a while, for about a month there, his mother didn't know where he was. He was living in his car on his mother's side of town because she lives about 30 minutes away from me.
Yeah.
He was living in his car over there by her, in and out of a hotel. He lost his job.
Yeah, he did.
And eventually she was able to convince him to go stay with her. And the only thing we have left to talk about is a divorce. And you can send that paperwork to my house because we're still married.
I was going to ask, where's that process?
Financially, I cannot get divorced right now.
It costs too much.
It's so much.
That's why I said it's so easy to get married. It's so hard to get divorced.
Yep.
Because the marriage itself costs us maybe about $300.
But
with
then
like
divorce
the
is thousands
paperwork.
and thousands.
Yes.
Dominique,
So,
I cannot believe that is so wild. Thank you so much for sharing your story because there's so much of it that I think so many people are going to relate to. What do you think, Hannah?
Well, I want to separate mental illness stuff going on. I mean,
yep. And I didn't even recognize it as abuse because I went through physical abuse. That wasn't abuse
so common
to me in the beginning.
Yeah.
It wasn't until like December when I was like, oh, you're abusive.
Well, you said it wasn't until he yelled at your mother, which I think is very telling because you were like, I can take it.
January.
I can take it. And there are a lot of people with mental health problems that are not abusive.
Yes.
And so sorry. And I'm sorry to your whole family because you guys
terrible. I am so sorry.
endured a lot.
It was definitely a lot.
And learning that he had been planning to be with you for as long as he was. This is totally speculation, but we always talk about how they know how to meet your unmet needs. They're very good at what they do. He studied you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He studied you and came in playing the part that you needed. And that's also why so many people get into multiple abusive relationships. And I don't, I want to help people that are like, oh my God, I'm so bad at picking people, but it's different types of abuse.
I definitely went through that after him. I was like, what is wrong with me that I keep picking these guys that are no good for me?
But familiarity is comfort.
It's not a me thing. It's not a me thing. It's just these guys are so good at picking who they can torment like this.
Yeah, it's not your fault. And now we just get to learn how to navigate it.
Familiarity is comfort. Yep. Girl, oh my gosh.
I'm still definitely healing. I
imagine.
Don't see myself in a relationship for a good long while.
I don't blame you.
But I definitely am learning to listen to myself more.
Good for you.
And trust myself more.
Can I ask?
Because you always...
Yeah, oh, keep going. No.
You always want to follow your... I'm a hopeless romantic. Yep. I love romance. I love love.
So do we, honestly.
And I don't want to say he completely destroyed that because you never know what the future holds.
Right.
But for right now, that's just not something that I even want to
put that love.
Exactly. I'm going to relearn myself and re-love myself.
Oh, I love that. Thank you so much for sharing, Dominique. We just love you so much. And thank you for... that must have been so hard. Oh my God.
It's going to help
Thank
a lot
you so
of
much.
people.
I was about to say, it's going to help so many people. And I love that. And it's just so brave of you. Thank you.
I hope so, because it's so different than what you guys usually cover.
There's dogfish. I mean, the fact that he came into the relationship secretly masterminding the plan to get to you and then kind of duped you into loving him and marrying him. That's a dogfish in my book.
Holy crap, this guy.
This was hard because it's also another one of the stories that ended recently.
Yeah. And well, I related to so much of that. I think I said in the intro, I said that so much of what she said, I was like, holy crap, me too. And that's another reason that we really appreciate when you guys share these stories, because when you have those me too moments, it's like you feel less alone. But
Yeah.
so many of the things that she said about like when you grow up the way that I did, you feel like you are not worthy of a good relationship or of
Yeah.
being treated well. And you're afraid of losing this person. So you're afraid of doing something to disagree with them. I totally felt that. And I know so many of our audience probably does too.
The thing I kept coming back to was the way that her first instinct whenever anything happened was, what did I do wrong?
Yes.
Must be at fault.
Yes.
And I don't know, because I do that. I'm not saying like we're all these like amazing people that are like, oh, we're so like we're all into growing and improving. Like I think it comes from a bad place of us just hating ourselves. And I
Mhm.
wish we didn't. And I don't know if it's like women predominantly doing that. I don't know. And also there's a balance because I want to go into relationships and be like, yes, I want to grow. I want to improve. I don't want to
Yeah.
make these mistakes. But also, how do you separate that from when you're not making mistakes and you're not at fault and somebody is really continuously gaslighting you into believing that you are,
Yeah.
so much so that you kind of lose your sense of reality. That he did that for sure. And I'm glad you mentioned her upbringing and her background. That's so important to frame where she was when she got into all of these relationships. And we have to have grace for that. I think it's very easy for us to be like, why would someone stay when
Right.
we didn't have their experience? And we can't ask that question.
Exactly. And that's a really good point. And at the beginning, we talked about mental health and how that can really affect a relationship. And we want to be sensitive to mental health and mental health issues. But that being said, this is why it's really important to work on yourself and feel confident and work on your self-love, because the more you love yourself, the less likely you are to have those unmet needs that someone else can take advantage of. And because that's what people prey on is unmet needs. So the more you meet those needs yourself and take care of yourself, the less the chance you can become a victim to someone.
I'm looking at my notes. There were a couple of things that he would use to like, gain her sympathy. One being religion
Mm-hmm.
and his background with religion. I feel like she said that she kind of had more faith that he would be able to take care of her and commit because he was so committed to his religion,
Yeah.
which I thought was interesting. And then when he would do things a little, off, like say, I love you in 2 weeks or get jealous about something a little unreasonable, she would
Right.
say, well, he hasn't been in a relationship in so long.
Right.
And he planted that. Like, I think we don't want relationships to end, especially when they are amazing for the most
Mhm.
part. So you really do tell yourself lies to convince yourself. And that's a human thing. You don't
Yes.
want things to end. You don't want, it's like, it's okay for us to want things to be good.
And you shouldn't have to be scared of it all the time too. So yeah, that's a really great point.
He was
So-
so erratic, but he'd also just give her everything she ever wanted. Like the way that they went on that honeymoon.
Yes.
And she was like, I just never thought I'd ever get something like this.
Mm-hmm.
So of course you're going to put up with a little bit.
Because she didn't even have a wedding ring for her first marriage.
No.
And so having this ring and maybe feeling a little bit more special this go round.
Also, okay, I wrote this down and I'm remembering now. So the thing with, he was very jealous and
Yes.
controlling.
For things
I
that
wrote-
didn't even happen.
For things that didn't happen, I know. And I wrote down, sometimes jealousy feels good and we need to talk to our therapists about it.
Yeah.
Do you know that feeling where you're like, I want my part? This is not necessarily specific to her, but like, I do think there is a part of us that like wants our partner to be like a little jealous.
Because
sometimes.
yeah,
It's
because it can
flattering.
seem like, oh, it's flattering.
Or
and it
maybe
seems
this is
like they
just me
care.
and I was making a mental note. Like, I need to talk to my therapist about that because I don't think it's very helpful for us in terms of.
There's a healthy jealousy. Like that jealousy is normal. It's a normal human response. Like that's totally fine. So, but in this case, it was like
This was not healthy jealousy.
this was a really out of, this was not a healthy form of jealousy, if I had to guess.
Oh my God. It was like, yeah, that was kind of when it started to switch to textbook abusive behavior, but it didn't switch until she was in really deep. And that's what they do. And that's why it's so, you can't blame their mental health completely. You can't blame a circumstance that makes them different completely because he knows the difference between right and wrong.
Yeah,
He
and you
knew
could
how
see
to woo
that.
her.
Yeah, he knew what to do. And so
Yeah.
then it's his responsibility also to confront his mental health and take care of himself without hurting someone else in the process.
He kept making her feel guilty that she was ruining everything. He
Yeah.
isolated her from her friends.
Yes.
He was very erratic. Just like it was like she didn't know what she was going to get ever. And then also the thing about how he like, the driving when he drove on the ice so fast and she literally had to throw herself out of the car. Driving erratically is a sign of abuse in many cases because it's used to intimidate you and used to scare you. And in my opinion, it like does count under physical abuse. It's like putting your life at risk in a really scary way.
Yeah. Yeah. It is. That's very scary.
I was so scared in that. And her walking back was just like this.
Could you imagine how she must have, oh my God.
And she didn't know how to get him out of the house later. And that's when it's like made me so sad for her whole family and just the position he put her in. It moved fast. We've said that before. Moving fast is definitely something we can try to slow down in our relationships. But, you know, I have grace. Everybody shows up to relationships in a different place. And she made it very clear why she fell for him.
It just sucks that we all want the fairy tale. And I think that's what she was going for. And she just didn't want to mess it up. And I get that.
She also loved him and cared about her abuser, which is a really complicated feeling when she was trying to get him help and didn't want to necessarily call the police.
Right.
Also didn't really get a lot of support from the police,
But then she was also like, she wanted to protect herself and her family, but also she was concerned for him.
Yeah. Yeah. That's hard.
Yeah. 100%.
When you love the person that hurts you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I'm really grateful for Dominique for sharing her story. And I know so many of you guys are going to be like, holy crap, that's a Me Too moment. And so
I'm so glad she's out of it because it was some true crime shit in there.
Oh, 100%.
Could have gotten bad.
And
it got bad, but it could have gotten worse.
I'm curious to know what he's up to now. So I'm hopeful that there's some kind of update. And that's a good time to join the Patreon because we do a lot of the updates on the Patreon. So the Patreon is $5 a month, or you can do the $9 a month tier for the ad-free listening. And you get the bonus episodes and more of the updates and stuff. So join us on the Patreon.
And also, Dominique is a listener and sent her story in because of y'all who have sent your stories in before and made her feel seen.
Yes.
And that is just another reminder that if you need a voice, you need a platform, even if it's not a full story, a romantic story. Like she was saying, she was like, this isn't like what you guys usually get. I wasn't sure. Like, just if you want to share, if it feels good to share, you can send it to us. Sometimes we read emails that are shorter or not quite romantic relationships on the Patreon and talk about them. So email us, investigate@thedatingdetectivespodcast.com.
Yes. And as always, sleuthies,
trust your femtuition. Seriously, think of our voices. Put us on we're on your shoulder.
So many people said that they do. They're like, wait, they hear our voice, trust your femtuition. So I love it. We love you guys.
Love you.